Sports fans, coming to you live tonight from York High Gymnasium in downtown York. It's Todd Edwards standing alongside my broadcast partner, Jones and Dew. We're back at it again this week.
What's up, bro? How's it going? All right, pretty good.
I didn't know you guys were going to be here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Peyton Walker.org. Checking hearts, protecting hearts.
There you have it, sports fans, the playing of our national anthem. And we are moments away from tip-off here in a big matchup here between York High and Wilson, where the winner of this matchup will punch their ticket to the state playoffs. The losing team, well, they head home and they begin their off season. So a big game here in the consolation round for Wilson and York High. York High led by their head coach Clovis Gallen. Wilson Bulldogs, their head coach Matt Coldren, made the trek down from West Lawn, Pennsylvania, and Berks County. Of course, the second road trip for Wilson down here to visit York County teams this past. Local YIAA teams.
And here we are at the tip.
Wilson's second possession here to start the first quarter. It's Sports Shooting Stars. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And he sinks it. Big shot by Davion Leonard. With a put in. And he gives York High the 4-2 edge here early in the first quarter. Some quick player to keep an eye on for the Wilson Bulldogs. Bulldogs. Cleveland had all scores Tuesday against Central. Number 4. And gives Wilson the 1-point lead, 5-4 with just over 6 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Into Sports Shooting Stars tonight, Hugh Jones, Todd Edwards. David Ward thought about a shot. Wants to reset the offense. And a steal. There's Cleveland Harding, and foul going to the net, hits the floor hard. Joel's tough with the foul as Cleveland Harding gets up rather gingerly, but he'll head to the Cedar Cliff. And Harding makes his second shot on the free throw line. Gives Wilson a 2-point edge right now, 6-4. Bearcats swinging the ball around. Davis to the pass was intended to Amarian Newsom, who I don't think was expecting that pass, and as it sailed out of bounds, will be Wilson's possession. As Maddox Gruber brings the ball up to give to Cleveland Harding. And a trap along the sideline, gets out of it. Down low, 0-4, misses the shot. Rebound by David. In transition, the Bearcats bring 4 points for Joels Tucker. Four minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. And a steal by Joels Tucker. He's driving to the net with the dunk. Comes up short. Rebound by O'Reilly. And a foul. bracket for girls 6A. Here at Sports Shooting Stars. Game being played. Davion Leonard brings the ball up court. Kick out. Foul called. Foul on Cleveland Hardy. He's going to send Jazair Vega to the charity stripe, who has 5 points, the 6'1" senior. Mentioned earlier in our broadcast, the winner of this game will punch their ticket to state round, District 3. The loser, their season ends, and Vega makes his first shot. Vega's second attempt in and out of the bucket. Will pick up third attempt here as he was fouled beyond the three-point arc. 12-9, York High with a three-point lead. Opening quarter, downtown York. York High Gymnasium. Thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars. Rebound by Corell Akins. Aiden thought about another deep three. Baseline. Shot missed by Maddox Gruber. Now in transition. Joels Tucker. Three-point shot made by Aiden Malagrana, his third. And what a playmaker for Wilson right now. 3 points made by Aiden Malagrana and ties this game up. Now a deep three by Joels Tucker off the iron. Vega with the rebound. The kick out to Davion Leonard. 1:24 remaining here in the opening quarter. We're all knotted up 12-12. There's Cam Jones to the bucket. Shot blocked, now in transition, York High, Davion Leonard. Gets his own rebound and the cleanup, Davion Leonard. 4 points for Davion. Gives York High a 2-point lead, 14-12. Here in the opening quarter between Wilson and York High. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday night with Sports Shooting Stars. The kick out Gruber drains it. 5 points for Maddox Gruber and gives Wilson a 1-point lead, 15-14. Tucker with the ball. Under 20 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. And York High seems content to hold the ball for the final possession of the opening quarter. Under 10 seconds and counting here. Davion Leonard. Amarian Newsom checking back in as Monford White going to take a breather on the sidelines. Checks out. .8 seconds remain. And it should be interesting to see what York High has dialed up here on the final play of the opening quarter with 2.8 seconds remaining. Jazeer Vega will be the inbound passer. Gets it to David Ward. Ward shot blocked as time expires. And your score after one quarter, Wilson 15, York High 14. And do your thoughts so far? I know you're kind of working on some of the technical audio portions of this broadcast.
Yeah, we're having a couple technical issues with the video. We're having an issue with the internet back at the station, so we're working on that right now. But you can see fans are still coming into the game as well. We're located, York High is located right in downtown York, so you can make it to the gym to support the Bearcats if you want to really see the game. We're going to continue to work on the audio and also the visual issues that we do have. But it was a really interesting first quarter going back and forth. York High's doing a good job of holding off the Bulldogs every time they go for a run. Also would like to highlight our sponsors for tonight. That's Stephen Snyder of BYC Football. He said his guy is David Ward, so he wanted to be a sponsor for that tonight. And also Vincent Jamison of Fairview Early Learning Community Center. Vincent, longtime coach, football coach for York High. You know, big time supporter this year, was our season-long supporter as well. So big shout out to Vincent Jamison. He knew that we needed some funds to get this game on TV, and he wasted no time and stepped up and make sure it was covered. And also Stephen for stepping up also with helping us out with getting this game on TV.
Delivered big time, and we appreciate our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. We thank you for tuning in tonight. As you mentioned, a late arriving crowd here at York High, but they're filing in here in the lower seating bowl.
Also want to mention to the fans, if we had some technical difficulty, we're still filming the game and we're still recording it, so the game will be able to be seen after the game if something like that happens. But the game is still being recorded live, so you can still see it on YouTube after the game. But I think our difficulties are taking a break right now. I think we're okay for the time being. Thanks to Cliff Kern doing everything he can do from his end to make sure we're still locked and loaded.
There for the cleanup, Maddox Gruber. 7 points for Maddox Gruber.
And as we said again, this is a must-win game for both teams. Win or go home. With the win, they clinch a playoff berth in the States.
Deep three by Vega off the iron. Rebound by Cam Jones in transition. There's Maddox Gruber. 3-point shot. Why not? Maddox Gruber's in the zone right now.
Yeah, Maddox is on fire right now, number 2.
For Maddox Gruber. And right now, a 6-point lead for Wilson. 2014 as a timeout was called by head coach Clovis Gallen of York High. And I want to remind the fans that are tuned in, if you're at the sweetest place on earth tonight, watching Central York Lady Panthers, pass along a scoring update as they're taking on Cedar Cliff tonight, the number 1 seed. 6A, District 3, battling Central York Lady Panthers. Wish them the best of luck tonight with one of the co-players of the year in Mackenzie Wright-Rawls, along with Spring Grove's Leah Kale.
Absolutely.
As the All-Star teams were announced this week. And as this game progresses, we'll talk a little bit about some of the All-Stars. And a lot of them have been profiled right here on Sports Shooting Stars throughout the season.
Also got an update for the York Suburban game. York Suburban girls and the Central York girls both lost in the state championship, in the district championship game tonight. Valiant effort. They're still going to states, but didn't happen to win that hardware that you get at the district championship level.
Yeah. And Cedar Cliff was a tough team. They were undefeated, dude. In and out of the eye for Maddox Gruber on his three-point attempt.
And Davion Litter, he's doing a great job so far, really keeping pace for York High, keeping them in the lead, while keeping them close in the game. Jasir, kick out. Vega drives.
To the net, and the bucket made.
And that's
Jasir
a tough
Vega
bucket.
with 8 points. And a 1-point lead now for Wilson, 20-19, and a travel call on 0-4 O'Dowley with 5:57 remaining before halftime. See some of the media here, Washington Images, along with Brock Lane Films, getting film footage of this game with Cisco Soto. And
Great pass in the middle. Nice move.
Jaquesson Jean-Baptiste with his first points in tonight's game.
Going to hear more of his name. Going to hear more of his name more so next year.
He's a junior.
He's only a junior, but you'll hear more so his name next year.
Monford White in as well, number 55, a junior for York High.
And York High has a 1-point lead in the second quarter.
Back and forth battle is similar to when Central played this Wilson Bulldog team Tuesday.
I was at that game, Wilson versus Central, and that was a back and forth affair.
We had the pleasure of broadcast. We're approaching, 30 games?
Yeah, creeping up on 30 games this year in 3 months. So that's pretty much 10 games per month. David Ward playing full court defense. He's really the glue on on the defensive side for the Bearcats.
Oh, and hard.
And that's a hard foul.
Yes, no doubt is.
And York High's letting you know if you get to the bucket, they're going to put a little force on you and make sure you can feel that foul when you go up.
Sends Maddox Gruber to the charity stripe, 10 points. Leads all scorers in tonight's contest. Maddox, just a sophomore for Wilson.
Just a sophomore. He plays like a senior.
Yes, he does.
He's one of those guys I say just a ball player. You can't really, classify them by what grade they're in. They're just a ball player, and he's putting up some big-time buckets so far in this game.
Yes, he is. Making it look easy.
Has 12 points so far in the first half.
And a 1-point lead for Wilson, 22-21. And a scramble. There he is again, Maddox Gruber.
And he's having a game. He's having a game on him.
14 points for Maddox Gruber, the sophomore. Speaking of sophomores, Davion Leonard, number 1, a sophomore. 3-point shot short.
And that's David Ward's shot. That's where he likes to shoot the ball in the corner for those kickouts. Didn't get an opportunity to knock it down on that particular shot, but that's what he likes to shoot. And you've seen Amari Newsom, the 6'7" senior for York High, has been on the bench now for a few minutes. They're working some other guys in there. He's not in the game currently.
Interesting. In his place, Monford White.
He could take advantage right now against Wilson and get the ball in the paint. And York High is playing better defense this time.
They're running into Monford White. I mean, a presence down there at 6'4". 0-4 O'Dowley. What a reverse cut put in.
That's a nice hop step. Nice bucket. You just got to give it to him. Great move for number 10.
0-4 O'Dowley, 6'4", senior for Wilson. Now for the possible 3-point play. Monford White checking out for York High. Kevin Ayapong is centered the game for the first time tonight. O'Dowley with 3 points.
And that gives Wilson their biggest lead of the game so far at 6 points.
6 points lead. After the first quarter, Wilson had a 1-point lead, 15-14.
Up 27-21. York High's doing a great job of moving the ball around, getting guys involved.
Jump shot off the mark. And O'Donnell using his 6'4" frame down low on the rebound. And a scramble for the ball, a steal. Now Vega brings the ball up court. Nice concentration.
And it's a back and forth affair
yeah,
between both ball clubs in transition, just running up and down the court.
Hard to keep up with both teams here.
Absolutely.
At moments during this game tonight. 3:33 remain.
Well, we see already Josier Vega, number 3, the senior for York High, also All-American nominee.
Yes.
You know, he's came out very aggressive so far in this game. He knows, like, you know, everything's on the line. This can potentially be his last game, you know, in a Bearcat uniform. So expect him to put everything he has into the game, and he's been doing that so far.
Seamus Breslin, senior for Wilson at the charity stripe.
Just want to tell the fans again, if we do have some technical difficulties with the live feed, we are still recording the game live. So it'll still be able to be uploaded and watched right after the game if we happen to go off. So please stick with us, bear with us. But right now we're good to go. Cleveland Hardin with the jump shot.
And takes it. Cleveland Hardin, 3 points, and a timeout called by the Bearcats with 3:15 remaining here before halftime. Wilson 29, York High 21. Your thoughts so far in the game?
Well, York High has to buckle down. You know, this is a, you know, win or go home type of game. Have to buckle down and play that York High defense. They do a great job with the full court trap and, you know, picking up man to man. And that's how they had to get back into the game with, you know, applying the trap and playing some good defense. And right now, Coach Gallen is talking to his guys and letting them know, hey, what's at stake, you know, and how they can play their type of basketball.
Exactly. Leading scorer for Wilson, Maddox Gruber with 14 points. Jazir Vega leads all Bearcat scorers with 8 points. This all adds up right now to a Wilson lead of 29-21, 3:15 remaining before halftime. As we mentioned earlier, we're going to talk about the All-Stars that were selected. In the boys All-Star Player of the Year, Greg Gittinger, the 6'7" junior for Central.
Yeah, there's
some of the other guys on the first team, and we mentioned Joels Tucker on that team.
Yep.
DJ Smith, saw him earlier.
There's a lot of guys on that list, as well as Player of the Year awards that were given out to Jake Bosley for Division III, Greg Gittinger, as you said, in Division I, and Austin Bousman in Division II. So, you know, big shout out to those guys. Great job. And all the players that made it on the first and second team in an honorable mention, you did a great job this year. And the ones that didn't make it, keep working harder so you can get on that list.
Out of bounds, it will be Wilson's possession now.
And right now, York High looks a little bit rattled and a little bit out of sync. They want to get back in sync. You can see they're picking up man-to-man, which they can do. They're one of the fastest groups of athletes in the state for York High. They're looking for that backdoor play, which wasn't open.
Wilson being patient here, under 3 minutes remaining. Harding thought about that three.
Cleveland Hardin, he's their guy. He likes to get the ball to the bucket.
Yeah, they've kind of limited Harding so far in this game, only to 3 points. It's really been about Maddox Gruber with 14 points, a couple threes, and
yeah, Maddox has been on fire so far in this game.
As 0-4, Idali sent to the charity stripe now with 2:42 to go, looking to extend Wilson's lead. Right now it's an 8-point lead, 29-21.
Also want to give a shout out to the Wilson fans that's watching here tonight.
Back in Berks County, West Lawn, Pennsylvania. Berks
Absolutely.
County. Welcome aboard. I walked in tonight with Wilson again. It's a perfect time. I did this Tuesday night as they arrived at Central, and tonight making their way down from Berks County, walking in. And a strong contingent. They have a big cheerleading squad here, Wilson. O'Dowley with 4 points.
Back-to-back games for us with, featuring Wilson Bulldogs.
Yeah, we're getting to know the Wilson Bulldogs very quickly here with two broadcasts this week. And a steal by
watch out.
O'Dowley, watch making the dunk. And the put-in.
Lightly lays it in. Right now, York High has to get something going. They're trying to spread the floor, but in my opinion, they're passing the ball a little bit too much. York High likes to dribble, drive, and get to the bucket, and that's what they need to do. Commit some Some contact. David Ward for three.
Three by Ward, drains it. And York High needed that. David's first points in tonight's game.
Yeah, and that's what they want from David. He likes to shoot that three in the corner.
He's a sophomore as well for the Bearcats. A nice bucket there by Seamus Breslin. His first points in tonight's game.
And York High doesn't want to just trade buckets with Wilson. They want to try to get some defensive stops.
Well,
but Wilson's doing a great job of just knocking down some big-time shots.
Vega for three and drains it. Big three by Jasir Vega.
And that's 2 threes back-to-back for York High.
It's 11 points for Jasir Vega. Wilson 34, York High 27, and
there's a steal
Vega
that they
now
needed.
To the net. And the bucket. 13 points for Vega.
Jasir Vega starting to turn up.
And
there's another steal.
Vega now with the ball.
2 steals back-to-back.
And rolls in.
And he's feeling it.
15 points now for Jasir Vega, the senior for York High. Pulls in within 3. Wilson 34. York High 31. And what a sequence of plays there, as clearly the momentum swung to Wilson's side and a lot of points scored in a short amount of time with 1:16 remaining before halftime.
We know that for sure, that York High can score in bunches. It don't take them much time for them to get 8 to 10 points. They like to create offense off of the steals in their defense, and right now they're locked in and they're right back into the game, and it has woken up the crowd somewhat as well. You can hear the cheerleaders from the Bearcats getting excited.
The Bearcat cheerleaders, they were excited pregame. They were ready to cheer their hearts out tonight. They said their cheerleading coach told me it's been a busy season for them as they cheer for both the boys and girls teams.
And it's a ball game. Really like the energy that Jasir Vega is showing as a senior leader.
Well, and you mentioned earlier to me, he realizes this may be his final game tonight in a Bearcat uniform.
And York High right now is playing small ball. Amarian Newsom hasn't been in the game for about the last 5 to 6 minutes. They're playing small ball to get some quick steals.
There's Cam Jones, knocks it down for 3. The Holy Cross commit for football.
We know
his
about
first points tonight.
And we know about Cam Jones.
Yeah. Remember him quite well in that district playoff game at Central.
And that's another errant pass. Little bit of miscommunication between the guards. 27 seconds ago in the second quarter.
Wilson 37, York High 31. 27.5 seconds remain. It will be Wilson's possession. And I'll give credit to the Wilson cheerleading corps. They are loud. I mean, they are cheering their hearts out tonight.
Loud and proud.
Yes,
loud and proud. And Wilson's going to wait and try to burn the clock and get the last shot of the first half. Maddox with the ball, who's been on fire so far in this game.
Has 14 points for the sophomore. Gruber drives to the net.
Easy.
And what a bucket by Gruber.
Wow.
16 points.
And he's been pretty much unstoppable so far in the first half.
Exactly.
16 points, I believe 2 threes. And the rest was just mid-range and layups. He's been on fire so far.
And we've come to halftime here at York High with your score. Wilson 39, York High 31. And your leading scorer for Wilson, it's been Maddox Gruber, 16 points. And for York High, Jasir Vega with 15 points.
And Wilson's doing a great job of playing on the road, coming to an atmosphere like York High, which is always tough to play in this gym. And, they really set the tone to start the game. Scored almost 40 points in the first half. And, pretty much matched York High, bucket for bucket. And, came out on top so far with this 8-point lead.
Yeah, interesting game like we mentioned. Wilson traveling to York twice this week. They visited Central and lost, which we broadcasted that game. And now tonight here at York High. But the winner of this matchup, well, they punched their ticket to a state playoff game.
Absolutely.
And would like to thank our sponsors for tonight. We have 2 sponsors, Stephen Snyder, the Boys Club of York, football, along with Fairview Early Learning Community Center with Vincent Jameson. They're located at 465 South Pine Street, right here in York. You can contact them at 717-900-1962, or on their website, www.fairviewllc.com. 2 locations and an excellent place for children looking for early learning on Facebook under Fairview Early Learning Center. Again, thank you to our 2 sponsors for stepping up and allowing us to broadcast the York High Bearcat game here tonight and bring the game to you this Thursday night.
Yeah, can't say it enough about Vincent Jamison, York High's football coach. He knew we needed some help getting this game on TV, didn't waste any time, hit me up immediately and said, hey, whatever the cost is, I got it, and, really wants to support the group of guys that he sees out here. Big shout out to him, and also Stephen Snyder, he from York BYC, he's a football coach.
Long history there with the youth program.
Long history.
Yes.
Absolutely. And, David Ward's his guy, and a couple other guys that play for BYC is out here on the court for York High. So he wants to be a big-time supporter, so we appreciate that as well.
Well, we mentioned David Ward, a sophomore, has 3 points in tonight's game, but also plays football here for York High Bearcats and already has a Division I scholarship to the University of Charlotte. And I'm sure he'll get more offers heading into his junior season here in the fall.
Absolutely. David Ward was also mentioned on honorable mention for first or second team PIAA basketball all-star. So big shout out to David. He's having a great year. We always say he's one of those guys that, won't always have the flashy numbers, but he's the glue to that York High team. So, big shout out to David and what he brings to the table.
Yeah, do you want to talk about some of the all-stars, We mentioned the boys player of the game for this year in Division I, Greg Gittinger, which is, what he put up. Averaging, nearly 17 points.
Well, Greg Gittinger came into our preseason, Sports Shooting Stars preseason picks as the #1 player in the county. He sustained that throughout the whole year and, became the player of the year pretty much. But, coming in this year, he had high expectations, and he met every single one of them. Also a 1,000-point scorer as well. So, Greg Gittinger, big shout out to him. Only a junior. He'll be back next year. And he also has a game tomorrow against Chambersburg. That's right, Chambersburg.
Trojans, yes, are invading York County to play Central at Central. So you may want to pop out and pop in this Friday, and who knows, we may pop in and pop out for this game.
You never know.
Broadcast week has been 3 games this week, and of course a big matchup tomorrow between Chambersburg and Central York. Also, the Coach of the Year in D1, Jeff Hoke from Central, an excellent job after last year's 11-11 run. Quite on the run this year. And, of course, county champ Central York. Also, other Division I All-Stars. Ben Rill, sophomore for Central.
The real deal.
Yeah, the real deal. Jay Smith from Dallastown.
Yep.
Joe Sedora, senior from Red Lion.
No, only a junior. Joe Sedora. They have him down as a senior?
Yeah, they have him down on the senior here.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I talked to Joe. He told me he was a junior, so we got to double-check that.
Joels Tucker, we know, is a junior here for York High. He's playing here tonight. And Ben Natal, the sophomore sensation for Central York. The second team, Davion Leonard. We saw him out here tonight in the first half, just a sophomore for York High. Ethan Glass from Spring Grove. Connor Bartow from Dallastown. Avon Myers from Spring Grove, who's just a junior. And Chase Kloster, a senior from Northeastern. Honorable mention players, D1, Seth Sager, Jazir Vega, Chris Williams from Redline, Amaria Newson, and David Ward. Division II Player of the Year, Austin Bosman, and co-coaches of the year in D2, Garrett Bull from West York and Justin Seitz from Eastern York. And the first team for Division II, we'll run it down real quickly here. Joseph Franklin.
Joshua Franklin, yep.
Yeah, it's a typo here again. Carter Wamsley, a sophomore for Eastern York. David McGladry, who was a player of the game for Sports Shooting Stars from West York. Kai Strin.
Yep.
Remember? Cool.
Sophomore.
As a sophomore for York Suburban. Levi Sharnetska, a sophomore for Kennerdale, along with Braden Detz, another player of the game from West York. Second team, Coy Swanson, Kennerdale. Javon DeShields, second team from West York. Chase Robert, senior from Susquehannock. Brady Seitz, sophomore from Eastern York. And Simon Lipsis, another Eastern player, a junior. And we'll jump ahead to the Division III. Jake Bosley, player of the year, and Coach of the Year, John Forster, both from Littlestown.
Yeah, Littlestown has been doing some amazing things up there. I believe won their conference 6 out of the last 7 years, and they've been on fire so far. So and they're still playing.
Named as an all-star first team, who recently just scored us that 1,000 point.
Absolutely. Only a junior. Expect to see a lot of Christopher Meekin more so this year and a lot next year as well.
Yeah, Bryson Kopp, a senior from DeLone Catholic. Jake Dallas, sophomore from York Catholic. Zin Her, guard, junior from Littlestown, along with Camden Keller, a guard from DeLone Catholic. We want to mention the girls too, do I mean,
Oh yeah, for sure.
We'll pull the girls players up. We mentioned it earlier. Co-player of the game, Division I, Mackenzie Wright-Rawls and Leah Kale from Spring Grove. And Leah Kale led nearly 20 points per game for
Wow.
Spring Grove.
Yeah. She's a bucket. She can score points in a hurry. She's a bucket for sure.
And the first team All-Stars for the girls this year, Leah Kale, obviously, Mackenzie Wright-Rawls, Brooke Axe from Red Line, Bella Ciamenti, Central York. We know her quite well. Sierra Gibbs, who I had a chance to talk to pregame here, and spoke to her a few minutes. Kamari Gordon Bay from Red Line, Zakiri McGee from York High, second team D1. Timberly Lineball from New Oxford, remember?
Really good player, absolutely.
Yeah. Olivia McCaskill, the freshman.
Wow.
As ice for Central.
If I'm not mistaken, she may be the only freshman on that list. I'm not 100% sure, but she had an amazing season, and Olivia definitely deserves it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Kiera McNeely from Dallastown. Remember, she got that rebound to kick it out to Maggie Gray.
County champs.
The rest is history.
Yes,
with
sir.
That ball. Grace Masser, a three-point specialist from Red
Wow.
Line.
Yeah. Did one of her games. She had 7 threes. And if you guys didn't see that county championship game between Central York and Dallastown, that's still available on YouTube. You got to check out the last, probably fourth quarter of that game. It was amazing.
And also, you mentioned games, the 7 threes by Grace Masser. The Red Line win over Northeastern. That was the opening round in YIAA County playoffs. Great play. She'll be back for her senior year next year. Also, Praise Matthews, a sophomore sensation for Dallastown. We know
something
what
else
he can do as well at 6'1". Also, D2, let's jump ahead to D2. Player of the Year, Ariana Seitz from Eastern York.
Had one game this year, 46 points. I believe she went to the line 22 times that game as well. So she was just lighting it up from all angles for that particular game. Ariana Seitz is a top-notch player, and we got to make sure we get a game.
Yeah, we're gonna
Eastern game next year.
Try that and maybe try to mix in like a York High, Central, Dallastown Red Line girls game. It's a backyard rivalry.
Yes,
We're
sir.
Gonna talk about them. Also, I want to mention the Coach of the Year in D2, Mo Coleman from Northeastern. And also, we mentioned Ariana Seitz, first team, Reagan Dahl from West York, L'Oreal Kennedy.
Yeah, Lorelei Kennedy. That's actually my little cousin. I know Lorelei, her family, her mom's Bambi.
Bambi, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So big shout out to Lorelei, and the rest of the girls over at Northeastern.
Lydia Powers from York Suburban, Janae Rissmiller, and Faith Walker from West York. I'm kind of running through the list here because it looks like we're getting set to start the second half of the game. Division III girls, Player of the Year, Megan Jacoby from DeLone Catholic. Coach of the Year, Kevin Bankos from York Catholic. First team Division III players for the girls, Megan Jacoby, Victoria Bross, Reese Meckley, Aracelio Portillo, Briley Rogers, Mariah Shue, and Riley Stigler from Hanover, as we are moments away. And you can get all that information if you're following me on Facebook. I have the link up for the teams and player information.
Well, if the fans want to know anything about that's going on in your county as far as sports, please go to the Sports Shooting Stars like page, or even your page, Todd Miller. But go to the Sports Shooting Stars like page. We try to post everything that's related to sports on that page. The All-Star list, or the girls and the boys, anything that's happening, it's on that page.
And congratulations to both the boys and the girls for being named to those teams.
Yes.
Second team, honorable mention.
But right now, like I said, watching York High coming out at a halftime against Wilson, from my perspective, they looked a little lackadaisical coming out the tunnel. Didn't get a lot of shots up, during, the halftime. They kind of was a little bit lackadaisical. I hope that's not a forewarning what can happen in the second half. I'd like to see York High be aggressive, get this win on their court and advance to the state state playoffs. But again, Wilson's doing a great job playing on the road and being ready. And like I said, even at halftime, when they came out, they were shooting around, they were energetic. And, that's how you got to be when you're playing at someone else's home.
Yeah, we'd like to see all the YIAA teams do well.
Yes.
Heading from districts to states. Obviously, this is a York-based broadcast of sorts.
It is.
But right now, Wilson has an 8-point lead, 39-31, as we've begun in the second half here.
Well, we'll say Central Pennsylvania base. We'll say Central Pennsylvania. That sounds a little bit more better there. And that's a 5-second call.
Seconds.
Also want to let the fans know, next season we're going to have a second stream coming out, have dual broadcasts as well. We're going to try to make a more of a focus on female sports and doing wrestling, lacrosse, volleyball, and things of that nature. So expect a lot of bigger things to happen with Sports Shooting Stars coming in 2023 season.
I get messaged that a lot. Oh, Davion Leonard with a 3. 7 points for Davion Leonard. I get messaged that a lot about, can you come out to this game? We currently only have one broadcast team, so we hope to expand that in the future.
Well, that's a good thing, because even though we do about 40, 50 games per year, now people want even more games to be filmed.
Yeah.
So, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, we have a ways to go to catch up to Steve Jones, who recently said he's called over 1,200 games at Penn State.
Wow.
As O'Dialy makes a bucket, gives O'Dialy 8 points. That's a goal for us to catch up to Steve Jones, the voice of Penn State sports.
Joels Tucker with the ball. Looks like York High wants to run their offense. And that's a bang. And that's a technical.
And that may be a technical as Davion Leonard.
You seen the dunk coming. You seen the dunk coming. And people that don't know, Davion Leonard is a big-time dunker. He can dunk over anybody. Had a wide open lane, just couldn't flush it down.
And I think their official promo flyer for tonight's game had him in a dunk position, as I shared out on my Facebook feed. A technical call, and
I think he kind of hung on the rim a little bit longer because he was surprised he missed the dunk. He doesn't miss many dunks unless he gets fouled. So I think he was kind of surprised he missed the dunk and had to kind of let it process a little bit.
Maddox Gruber now at the charity stripe. Sophomore with 16 points, looking to add to his total. He does.
Make that 17. Leading all scores right now.
Yeah.
Key for York High, they have to box out. That's something York High likes to get the ball and run in transition and get it up and down the court. But they have to remember to box out. You're playing this late in the season. You're playing against seasoned teams, and they know about boxing out and running fast as well. For York High, they have to box out and get some rebounds. Like to see number 12, Amari Newsom, come up big in the second half and pull down about 7 to 8 rebounds to help York High get those second chance opportunities. As we well know, Wilson, once they get up, they're comfortable with just working the ball. There's no shot clock in Pennsylvania, so they're perfectly okay with just moving the ball around, looking for an open shot.
And a 9-point lead right now for Wilson.
And there's a rebound from Amari Newsom. Just talked about that.
Yeah, glad to see him back here to start the second half. Vega thought about a 3-point shot. Now Davion Leonard with the ball. The kick out to Joels Tucker.
Joels Tucker's calling the play. Looks like he wants a pick and roll.
Baseline Tucker.
Also quickly want to thank the fans for tuning into the game tonight. It's available on YouTube only, not on cable 18 of York like it normally is. Had a little bit of technical difficulties in the beginning, but we're good to go now.
Shot short.
Just let the fans know that we're still filming the game the whole time.
And a steal.
David Ward with a great steal.
Kick out to Vega. Ward behind the back there.
And that's a bucket.
3. And made.
Shooting in rhythm is always good for a shooter. Great job from Jasir Vega. As we said again, really putting the team on his back.
Yeah, 18 points for Jasir Vega.
And he's busting out. As we well know, he had an issue with his shoulder this year.
It doesn't seem to be affecting him tonight.
No, not at all.
I mean, he's on fire.
And slowly, York High is starting to chip back into the game. Cleveland Harding with the ball. Kind of quiet so far this game.
And another
David
turnover.
Steele with another steal, back to back.
Bounce pass to Tucker. And it will be Wilson's possession.
As we often say about David Ward, he's a guy that's not always going to be mentioned, as far as a top player, but he's the glue to the team, man. He does a lot of things that you won't hit the stat sheet, but those 2 steals will hit the stat sheet. But, he does a lot out there as far as creating pressure and being an all-around guy. And he plays the entire game. Yorkai's looking to get a couple more steals in this game to get back into it.
Deep three off the iron.
Great tip out rebound for number 10 for Wilson.
Diley, we've called his name a few times. Over with the ball, give to Cam Jones. Kicks it out.
And they want that three bad. Martin Newsom with another rebound. Great job.
Using his 6'5" frame.
2 rebounds back to back. 3 rebounds.
Joel Tucker drives to the net.
And that's the energy that we like to see from Yorkai.
Yeah, who's running, who's scrambling for loose balls, jumping for the rebound,
and we just talked about Amari Newsom getting some more rebounds, and just like that, he has 3 rebounds back to back. Exactly what Yorkai needs, and get some opportunity to get back in the game.
Foul. Amarian will head to the charity stripe. With 4:20 remaining here in the third quarter, your score, Wilson 43, York High 37. Amarian Newsom looking for his first points in tonight's game. Still held scoreless so far for Amarian Newsom. Has a few rebounds, but looking to break the ice here with a score.
Amari Newsom starting to turn it up a little bit on the defensive rebounds in the second half. Let's see if he can continue to control the boards and help Yorkai get back into this game. There's a
0-4.
And we know Wilson likes to do a lot of backdoor plays. Deep three.
Off the iron. You remember Aiden Miller earlier hitting the threes, coming up cold here in the second half for Wilson. Wilson maintains possession. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
And we saw this from Wilson against Central York. Came out red hot in the first half and kind of cooled off a little bit in the second half.
The kick out.
And they're really relying on that three.
For three, in and out of the bucket. Yeah. Down low to Vega.
Vega tries to turn the corner. And as I said again, Wilson's really relying on that three. That's pretty much all they shot so far in this third quarter with 3-pointers. And they went 0 for 4 so far with the threes. And that's a mismatch they want to get the ball into Amari Newsom.
Matched up on Cam Jones down low.
Jocelyn Vega with the look.
David Ward. And a steal. Here comes Cam Jones, a 2-on-1. And the bucket by Sheenus Breslin. And a foul and an and one right now with Breslin with 4 points.
That was a tough bucket.
Much to the delight of the Wilson fan base just below us.
Absolutely.
Here, made their way from Berks County to support their team.
About an hour away.
A little over an hour.
Yeah.
The Wilson Bulldogs, you think of Chad Henney, who played quarterback
there
a few years ago, and then prior to Chad Henney, of course, Kerry Collins.
Yes. Chad Henney, a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
With the Kansas City Chiefs, and then played his college ball at Michigan.
Wow.
Michigan Wolverine.
Just recently retired.
Yes.
So he'll probably be coming back to that Wilson Bulldog facility and helping out as much as he can.
Retired his number, by the way, there at Wilson. And drains it there, Seamus Breslin.
There it is, another 9-point lead for Wilson. Yorkai is still in the game. I like having Amari Newsom out there. He's creating some different opportunities for Yorkai.
Matched up on 0-4 O'Dowley.
Joel Tucker has been somewhat quiet so far in this game. Joshua Vega has really picked up the slack. David thought about it. Goes to the bucket, kick out. Joshua Vega. David likes to shoot that shot in the corner.
He does. That's his landing spot there, no doubt.
David knows his game. He's not really going to try to take you off the dribble, but if he's open, he's going to knock down that shot. Joel Tucker.
Down low to Ward.
Great pass.
But Wilson with the possession in transition. Cam Jones. What a bucket by Seamus Breslin.
Seamus Breslin, he's putting on a display right now. His athletic ability is top notch. And I mean, that was just like a and one mixtape move right there. Him getting to the bucket and getting that rebound and getting that point.
We hope Brock Lane Films may have that on replay. You know?
Yes, yes.
On his video montage.
York High's being a little bit stagnant with the ball. Like to see him get downhill a little bit more and get to the bucket.
Right now an 11-point lead for Wilson, 48-37 with just under 90 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Vega.
Joshua Vega does a great job. He's ball quick. He knows how to turn the corner very fast. And York High just pretty much wasted about 40 seconds off the clock. Really couldn't get anything going. They're not trying to drive to the bucket and create that contact. They're doing everything outside on the perimeter. Yeah. And I don't know if that's interference.
Time off the clock as well, where they're right now they need points and rather quickly. 1:23 to go here in the third quarter. Timeout called by York High. Wilson with the lead, 48-37. And leading scorer, Maddox Gruber, 18 points tonight. Followed by his teammate Aiden Melagrana at 9 points. And for York High, Jasir Vega, 18 points for Jasir Vega, followed by Davion Leonard, 7 points. This all adds up to a Wilson lead, 48-37, 1:23 to go.
Quickly want to go ahead and thank our sponsor again tonight, Fairview Early Learning Community Center.
And Stephen Snyder, the Boys Club of York.
Yes, sir. He's watching from Florida. Big fan of David Ward and the rest of the BYC guys.
Some sunny, warm conditions down there, I'm sure. But the winter here has been fairly mild here in York, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no snow.
Yes, there's not a lot of snow. Yeah, which I'm thankful for.
Hey, not a bad thing. Here's that pick and roll they want to use.
And a steal.
David Ward with another steal. Wow, that's 3 so far in the game for David Ward.
The kick out to Davion Leonard.
That was a no-look bullet pass to David Leonard. He's gonna go quick. He's gonna go baseline here. He's looking for a shot.
So a travel call, a little miscommunication on that play between Amari Newsom and Joel Stucker.
Right now, Amari Newsom he's in his head right now. He needs to get out of his head, play the game of basketball. He's still got a lot of time to play. You know, mistakes are going to happen. Don't sweat it. It's all about your effort. You know, continue to get the effort out there and play hard.
And we know he can play, the 6'5" senior.
And they're going to still need him in the game. He did a great job in that third quarter with controlling the rebounds. So expect to see him back into the game. And there's another steal.
Now Vega with the ball. Drives to the net.
And that's what you got to do. You know, instead of those kickouts and looking for a better shot, get to the bucket, create some contact, hopefully get to the line, and you stop the clock.
Vega at the charity stripe. 35.1 seconds remaining. Clock stops for the foul shots here, and we'll see if Vega can knock them down.
Checking right back into the game is Amari Newsom. Want to continue to have his confidence in the game. Don't want him sitting too long. You're going to make mistakes in the game. You just want to make sure you have the effort there and you give your team your best opportunity to win. And he's been doing that so far in his third quarter with the rebounds. But it's going to take a collective effort from all the Bearcats in the fourth quarter to get back into this game.
Now Wilson with the possession. Dolly with the ball.
As you said earlier, number 4 for Wilson, Cleveland Harding. Haven't called his name too often this game. It was very effective against Central York a couple days ago.
17 points in that
17
game.
points, really controlled the tempo. Yes. But right now he's been pretty much a game manager, making sure his guys are in the right places and, you know, they secure this win.
Yeah, right now for Wilson tonight, it's been about Maddox Gruber. 18 points for Maddox tonight. Wilson possession.
About 10 seconds ago in this third quarter, Wilson up by 11 points. Max to the bucket, slightly deflected.
foul. Looks like Aiden Melograna, who has 9 points for Wilson. 4.1 seconds remaining.
It's going to take everything that York has to get back into this game. Everything that it has.
Right now, 11-point lead for Wilson.
Look for number 1, Davion Litter, to get the ball. He's our quickest, fastest player. He can know how to get downhill fast.
Deep three off the iron, misses.
Tough.
Yeah, tough shot there to end the third quarter. And your score, Wilson 48, York High 37. Final 8 minutes coming up, and would like to thank again our sponsors, our 2 sponsors, for allowing us to broadcast the game this evening. Fairview Early Learning Community Center with Vincent Jameson. They're located in 465 South Pine Street, right here in York, Pennsylvania. Their contact number is 717-900-1962, or check them out on their World Wide Web, .fairviewllc.com. 2 locations, an excellent place for children looking for early learning. On Facebook under Fairview Early Learning Center. And Stephen Snyder, the Boys Club of York, who's watching in the sunshine state of Florida tonight.
Big shout out to the York High Bearcat cheerleaders. Did a great job getting their fans involved. Also want to give a shout out to Jamello Orr. He was on the camera for us for the first 3 quarters. Big shout out to Jamello. Always helps us out. It's a family affair sometimes.
Yeah, it's a small but mighty group. How about it, too, as you get behind the camera.
Yeah, we do what we have to do to make sure the games are on TV. The fans really appreciate it. Want to give a big shout out to the fans because they have really reached out to us a lot this year, as far as support and just
I have to say,
appreciative.
This is the first year, more fans, and not just fans, players reaching out. The interaction's phenomenal. Keep the open line of communication. And there for the play.
There it is. Martin Newsom with the tip in. York High needs a little bit more of that to get back into the game.
And
we also know that Wilson's very content with just holding the ball once they have a lead. So it's going to be tough for York High, but they're great at getting steals.
There's Cam Jones, baseline for the bucket.
Made it look easy.
5 points for Cam Jones.
The star football player for the Wilson Bulldogs.
Yes, Wilson Bulldogs, senior.
Going to Holy Spirit
this
University.
Fall,
Holy Cross, I'm sorry.
This fall. Deep three by David Ward.
David Ward shooting a 3 right where he likes to shoot the threes at. Has over 30 threes this year as a sophomore.
Nice put in by Seamus Breslin.
Seamus has really impressed me so far in this game. Playing a really tough game in the paint.
No shame in his game.
No shame in his game.
Davion Leonard to the net.
Great move from Davion Litter. Going to the line, can cut this lead to 8.
6:41 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Checking back in the game is Joel Tucker, number 2. Haven't called his name too much tonight. I don't know how many points we got. Only has 4 points. Average is 17 points per game. Well below his average right now. And York High set up in their traditional full court press.
Cam Jones drives to the net. And
wow.
Wow.
Incredible. You don't see that too often.
Not at all.
That's just a tough muscle shot there from Davion Litter, number 1. He knows time is ticking.
Exactly. 10 points. Davion. Wilson 54, York High 45.
Another rebound from Mari Newson. Gives him 5 on the night. Another one from the corner.
Ward.
Bang! David Ward is getting better every game, and he's shooting right where he likes to shoot the ball at, in the corner.
Every possession here, 9 points now for David Ward, the sophomore for York High.
And wisely,
by Wilson, and
Wilson takes a timeout.
With 5:22 to go in regulation, your score, Wilson 54, York High 48. And I want to remind the fans that are tuned in, well, another big basketball game taking place in York tomorrow across town from here. Central York hosting the Chambersburg Trojans, a big matchup there. I know it's of interest to you, Du.
Yeah, I actually got a chance to see a little bit of Chambersburg. Real quick, you can see the Wilson Bulldog cheerleaders flipping somersaults.
Yeah.
Doing an amazing job. Congratulations to them. Super supreme athletes.
Yes. Yeah.
But I had a chance to watch Chambersburg earlier in the season where were we at?
We had a holiday tournament, I'm guessing?
It was a holiday tournament at St. Joe's. It was St. Joe's of Pennsylvania, St. Joe's Prep of Pennsylvania, and Chambersburg's a big team.
Well, they also have a star player named J.J. Kelly, a
Yes.
three-sport star there. Won state titles in track, a superior football player, and pretty good on the basketball court. I believe this past Tuesday here at York High, he scored 25 points against the Bearcats.
Chambersburg is a very tall team. I believe every player on the team is like 6 foot and above. I mean, they really impressed me. And, you know,
it should be a good test.
Should be a really good matchup.
Back to action here. Wilson with the possession. Just over 5 minutes to go here in regulation.
You almost got to imagine that Wilson's going to go ahead and run and work the ball a little bit and not try to shoot anything. Just try to get an open shot. But York High's really good at intercepting passes and getting steals. And you can see how far Wilson is away from the rim. They're not in scoring mode at this time. They're looking to just to secure the ball.
And as I mentioned, taking some time off the clock, under 5 minutes to go here in regulation.
Working the ball. No interest in scoring. Cam Jones with the drive. There's no interest in scoring at all. They're not even looking to score. York High got those quick steals, and they know that they can get the ball away from Wilson if they try to dribble too much.
And I think this is one of the reasons some in Pennsylvania would like to see a shot clock implemented.
I know I would love to see a shot clock. I'm an avid supporter of the shot clock.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see just a vote from our fans, how many would be in support of a shot clock versus opposed to a shot clock at this level in high school here in PIAA.
And right now, this possession is very key for York High. They got to get some. David in the corner again.
Deep three.
Not the one.
12 points for David Ward, and it pulls York High within 3, 54-51. Nice concentration by Gruber there. The
And you
ball was
wonder,
almost stolen.
And you wonder if Wilson's being too passive. They got to score some points. David Ward is hot right now, shooting his type of shots.
He's found his sweet spot on the court. And a foul called on Maddox Gruber baseline as he went to the net.
And if I'm not mistaken, David Ward had 17 points last game, and his point total is steadily increasing each game. He's getting better, as you should in a season.
He's at 12 right now for York High, as Maddox Gruber is sent to the charity stripe with 3:38 to go.
I tell you what, they better stop leaving David alone in that corner. He likes to knock him down.
They have to face guard him. Is that what you're saying?
You may.
Here for the final 3:38?
And we even said that he has over 33 so far this season.
Maddox Gruber sitting at 18, We'll see if he can add to that point total.
And we saw this before from Wilson, kind of fall off somewhat in the second half. They did the same thing against Central York.
19 points for Maddox Gruber. A 4-point lead, Wilson.
David Ward, he was thinking about it. David Ward was thinking about it for half a second. Again, he's not going to really do anything off the dribble, but if he's open, he's going to knock it down.
And his three-point shots have pulled York High within 4 points
It has.
right now with 3:25 remaining.
Nice jump shot.
Davion Leonard's shot in and out of the bucket.
David Ward still getting busy on the boards.
Yeah.
Honorable mention for a PIAA All-Star this year.
And speaking of All-Star games, if memory serves me correct, prior years we broadcasted the All-Star game.
Yep.
They've emanated from West York High School, and it normally held in the month of April, if I remember, after states are finished.
Well, we actually organized the last All-Star game with the War of the Roses versus York versus Lancaster. We were the organizers for that and the main sponsor for that particular event. Hopefully we can have another one this year as well. I'm looking forward to that. It was an all-senior event, all seniors from the Lancaster side and also from the York side. Coach,
And I believe it was a boys and girls game.
Boys and girls game,
Correct.
absolutely.
Yes.
Coach Garrett Bull, which is the West York coach, me and him worked together on that particular project and got that game back up and running. It kind of fell off a little bit because of COVID. And, it wasn't a lot of interest, but, this year we're going to have another All-Star game. And we're going to try to have a dunk contest and a three-point contest as well. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Continue to follow Sports Shooting Stars on Facebook and Instagram for the latest updates and news.
A little bit of discussion going on there
Right
with Coach
now,
Clovis Gallen with the referee.
down low, they're full court press here by York High.
And this is what York High likes to thrive at. They like this energy. They like the pressure. They like to give you a lot of pressure. And right now it's working in their favor. Wilson's a little bit rattled, and York High, it's a water it's a blood in the water. Keep an eye on Joels Tucker. Quiet this whole game.
Yeah, Joels Tucker has 4 points tonight.
But he thrives in these situations.
Tucker for three, off the iron, rebound by Wilson. Cleveland Harding with the ball.
A lot of turnovers so far for Wilson in the second half, but you got to give a lot of credit to York High and their defense for creating those turnovers.
Coming up, creating pressure. Nice spin move by Cam Jones and goes to the bucket. Nice move by Cam Jones.
Crafty move by Cam Jones.
9 points for Cam Jones.
Don't know if that's on the floor or that's a shooting foul, but Davion Leonard said to himself, hey, I'm taking it right to the bucket. I'm not wasting any time. A little less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game, and they're down by 6.
Knocks it down.
As always, Ty, I want to thank the fans for tuning in to this particular game tonight. I
It's
know
like a pop-up game of
it's a
sorts
pop-up
again,
game.
right?
Yep. When it
A
comes to
term
these,
you like to use from time to time.
when it comes to these district games, they come with a fee and stuff like that. So sometimes we have to grind to the last minute before we find a sponsor. But they stepped up tonight in a major way. And this is York High's element. They like this type of energy. They like the trap.
Right now, clearly, if you're Wilson, you want to slow the tempo down here offensively. A 4-point lead. Just under 2 minutes remaining. And a foul call on Joels Tucker.
York High loves a scramble. I wonder how many fouls that is for Joels Tucker, because he just came out the game, and it's only about less than 2 minutes to go in the game. That's a guy you don't want out the game, never, to be honest with you. He must be in foul trouble.
could be. And I want to remind the fans, the scoreboard for the York High Bearcats is out. So we're just seeing the scoreboard on the side of Wilson. So I'm going on my trusty notes here as the game progresses with point totals. I was not keeping foul totals, though, so.
Well, I can only imagine that Joel Tucker's either in foul trouble or he fouled out because he came out right after that foul.
Yeah, the intensity and the energy level he brings to the court is really unmatched for the York High Bearcats. Joel Tucker, junior. He'll be back next year for this team.
You can see the York High cheerleaders
Entertaining the home base here.
doing their thing. Great job from the cheerleaders. I'd like to highlight all the athletes that are a part of the broadcast.
Fraternity of
Yeah,
sorts, a
absolutely.
sorority of sorts. Yes, it's. We hope to go down. How about post-game, do maybe get an interview, possibly? What are your thoughts? Deuce. At least try to get a picture. You know, does anybody know? I'm kind of a picture guy, so maybe at some point, maybe I'll
take a couple
make
pictures.
my
I
way
think
down there at
with the
least
winning team, I
with
think
the
that's
winning
not a bad
team.
idea at all.
At the very least, and you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're back to action here. Under 2 minutes remaining.
And it looks like that's what York High is going to do. They're hit to Wilson's game plan as far as holding the ball and really wasting time off the clock. So it looks like York High is going to try to foul quickly and stop the clock. I can only imagine that Joel Tucker, number 2, fouled out for York High.
Yeah, he's seated on the bench right now below us. And as you mentioned, a quick foul here with 1:54 to go. It stops the clock. It's going to send Seamus Breslin to the charity stripe. 9 points, looking to hit double digits here.
And Seamus been hitting some big-time shots. Yes. Only 9 points, but he's been hitting some big-time clutch shots. Now, Joel Tucker's still good to go. He's back into the game.
So clearly
back in the
not
game.
Fouled out, but yeah, he's back in here with the final minute 54 remaining.
And this is a 1-and-1 for Seamus.
Double digits.
Calmly knocks down the first one.
10 points for Seamus Breslin. Two for two. The charity stripe gives Seamus Breslin 11 points. Now Bearcats with the ball. Wilson 59, York High 53. 3 off the iron, rebound by David Ward.
David Ward with the rebound.
Off the hands.
And York High can almost roll the ball up the court a little bit. Wilson's not in any type of press, so the time doesn't start until they touch the ball. So York High can get a couple seconds here and there that they desperately need, down by 6. With a little less than 90 seconds to go.
Oh, a 3 blocked by Harding.
Hey, that was a smart play from David Ward to box out Harding so he didn't get the ball back. Quick 3, but smart play of boxing out.
90 seconds remain here in regulation. A 6-point lead for Wilson, 59-53. York High possession.
Right now, York High has another opportunity to get some points on the board. They gotta do it quickly.
Deep 3 by Bag off the iron.
Right now, York High is looking to get a steal.
Yeah, in a full court
or a quick
press
foul, one or the other.
And they beat it right out to Seamus Breslin, and rather wisely looking to take some more time off the clock. Wilson and a quick foul.
Could have had a wide open layup. Decided to.
Yeah, interesting there. He could have what appeared to be an open layup, but now fouled and head to the charity stripe with clock stops with 1:21 to go.
Got to give a lot of credit for the outlet pass. That was a great outlet from the inbounds to find Seamus streaking down the court, sending him to the line. And they wasted about 9 seconds off the clock. So 7 seconds off the clock. And this is a 1-and-1.
Makes it 12 points for Seamus. And a 7-point lead now for Wilson with 1:21 remaining. $13 points.
And again, as I said, they're not really in the press.
Davion Leonard to the net.
And it looks like Coach Gallen's doing a little bit of offense, defense subbing, having guys come in every couple seconds. Gives Davion 14 points on the night. 13 points on the night.
13. He'll have another shot here to make the 14th point.
I want to encourage the fans to let them know that this is a win-or-go-home situation for both ball clubs. A win clinches state playoffs. A loss takes you home.
Takes you home, you end your season, and
still a successful season from both ball clubs. Did a great job. Like I said, to be playing this far deep into the season, it shows you how well you are.
foul called on that play.
And you're going to see a lot of fouls these next 80 seconds or so.
Particularly when Wilson has the ball. I mean, 1:14 remaining. The clock is stopped.
And again, your guy has to realize that Wilson's not pressing. They're picking up at half court, so they don't have to really dribble the ball as of yet.
Take it, roll it, yeah.
Roll it, or just let it bounce a few bounces, and take every second you can take. That's off.
And now Davion Leonard and the Bearcats in transition. 3-point shot short. Rebound by Maddox Gruber. Gets the ball out to Seamus Breslin. And a bit of keep away right now. Maddox Gruber fouled as he goes to the net. Maddox sitting with 19 points. The sophomore.
And it looks like Yorktown was trying to foul prior to that, but they wasn't calling the foul. But that's tough. I mean, the game's not over yet. You still have about a minute.
Yeah, 51 seconds remaining.
York High has to keep their head up. Had a really good season, still in it. The game's not over. Wilson's doing a great job, like I said, breaking that press and playing some really good ball on the road at York High. Gruber.
Yeah, I mean, they've been road warriors this week, Wilson. I mean,
yes.
That Central Tuesday here, Thursday night. And clinging right now to the lead, 61-55 with 51 seconds remaining.
Just want to put another plug in there for the fans. Always go check out Sports Shooting Stars on Facebook. We have all local and national sports news that's located on that channel, on that page.
20 points for Maddox Gruber.
Yeah, he was red hot in the first half. Had 17 points in the first half. Somewhat cooled off in the second half, but he's doing exactly what he needs to do for his ball club right now, knocking down some big-time foul shots. York High can let the ball roll a little bit.
The clock starts. Wilson 63, York High 55. David Ward with the bucket.
Great job from David Ward.
That's 14 points for David Ward tonight, and a timeout called on the court with 38.7 seconds remaining. Wilson 63, York High 57.
David Ward's one of those guys, if he does make a mistake, he's going to back it back up with effort and make a big play. So, he's a guy that you would love to have on your team. Never gives up. Like I said,
he'll be back for a couple more seasons here for York High, just a sophomore.
And also had a stellar year in football, making our breakout star list.
And so much so that he picked up a Division I offer from the University of Charlotte. And as I mentioned earlier in our broadcast, I think that's the first of a few more he'll receive.
Yeah.
here at York High as he's
Well, he's only a sophomore. He has a couple more years to go, and like I said, he's going to be someone to look at for the next couple years. Really going to do a great job for York High.
and looking ahead a little bit to the football season. It'll be
It's coming.
interesting to see. Obviously Central York High in the mix. Dover had a good season in Division II last year as well. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Again, it's
what teams break out or what teams maintain their standard of excellence.
Again, it's only a 6-point game. Stranger things have happened.
Wilson's possession, a long throw down to. He tiptoed the baseline, and there's Maddox Gruber with the bucket, swatted away by.
I tell you what, these inbound plays that Wilson has is by far top notch. They did a great job on 2 different times getting the ball down the court while York High was set up in their press.
23 points for Maddox Gruber as David Ward sent to the charity stripe with 14 points.
Eight-point lead for Wilson Bulldogs. Looks like they're pretty much knocking on the door for that state playoff bid.
They're 26 seconds away. 15 points for David Ward unofficially here. Wilson possession. .5 seconds, and
just pretty much burned about 11 seconds off the clock.
It would appear to be as if Wilson would secure the win here, but still 17 seconds remaining as Cam Jones is sent to the charity stripe. Has 9 points in tonight's game. Make it 10. Again, the Division I football player going to Holy Cross in the fall.
Cam Jones.
Running back on the football field.
Now, in the basketball game, securing the win.
Yeah, a guard here on the basketball team. 11 points for Cam. Deep three by Vega off the iron. And they're just going to run the clock out, Wilson, and secure the win. The Wilson Bulldogs win tonight's game 67-58.
Great job from the Bearcats and also Wilson. Put on a great matchup for us here tonight, Thursday night matchup. Wilson advances and does clinch a playoff bid in the States. And that will be the end of York High's regular season. With their basketball season
now, yeah. And they finish it up here tonight on their home court with the loss, 67-58 to Wilson.
In front of their faithful fans. Like I said, York High did a great job this year. Played some amazing ball. Gave you a lot of good highlights as well. Big-time dunks from guys like David Litter, Joel Tucker, Mario Newsom, and a lot of other guys. As you can see, Wilson celebrating with their fans and teammates. We'll thank all the fans for tuning in tonight. York High put up a very valiant effort. Couldn't walk away with the victory. Still had a great season nonetheless. huge uprise. Not too many, a really young team. Not too many seniors on the York High team. Wilson did a great job, squeaked that one out. Now they advance to the state playoffs. Had a tough loss last week, a couple days ago to Central York, and they bounced back in a major way.
Well, sports fans, Todd Edwards made my way down on the hardwood floor here. Most of the Wilson Bulldog players have made their way back to the locker room. Big win here for Wilson Bulldogs, 67-58. Dew Jones behind the camera. Joined here by Cam Jones. Congratulate Todd Edwards. A big win tonight. Your thoughts on tonight's win?
Excited. There's a lot of emotions going around. Lost 2 straight in the district. We know we had our backs against the wall, so we kind of just came together more than we have all season and try to get the victory and move on to states.
Yeah, you did that tonight with a big win. You're kind of road warriors. First Central this week and now here at York High. And want to remind the fans, you play football too. Holy Cross commit. I remember 2 years ago you came down to Central and had a big game against Central. Thoughts of playing football as well?
Football is amazing. It's the best sport in the world. I appreciate my parents for letting me play. There's a lot of concussions and stuff going around, so for the youth coming up, it's hard because the parents are scared, but I'm grateful to be in the position that I am today.
No doubt about it. Cam Jones tonight, unofficially 11 points, leading to a big win here for the Wilson Bulldogs. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us, brother. Yep.
And that concludes our broadcast for tonight. Guys, thanks for tuning in. If you want to know anything about Sports Shooting Stars, please reach out to us on our Facebook page, Instagram, or Twitter. Sports Shooting Stars. We may have another game coming up tomorrow with Central York versus Chambersburg. We're not 100% sure, but, a couple state games as well. So, just please check in with us. Go to our Sports Shooting Stars like page on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And